the Steelers put out a statement. Tomlin told us he wanted out. I think he's going to go make a ton of money doing television, and then maybe or maybe not gets back into coaching. Everybody thought Cowher was going to get back into coaching, and he did not.
Hey,
but
man, you can be involved with the sport and have less strife.
A lot less. And I think, Tomlin's record in Pittsburgh is really, really good. He was there 19 seasons. What's crazy is they won that Super Bowl in their second season. And then they went to another Super Bowl where they lost to the Packers in his fourth season. Mm-hmm. And then after that, absolute ton of credit for never going under 500, which is just impossible to do.
Oh, yeah.
But, they hadn't won a playoff game. They hadn't won a playoff game since in the last 7 years. It stalled. Whether it was Tomlin.
Is that when Ben left?
No, they started losing with Ben.
So with Ben, and then after Ben, they hadn't had a real quarterback until this year. And Aaron is older; he can't run no more.
Totally.
So you didn't help him in that sense.
Yeah, it's interesting because people in Pittsburgh will tell you that Tomlin wanted Rodgers.
I don't buy that one. I think once they got with each other, their level of respect for each other began to grow because they saw each other working the same. But at first, I can't see that.
That's what the reporting out of Pittsburgh suggests. And the reporting out of Pittsburgh suggests he also wanted Russ. Like, he was happy to run it with these veteran quarterbacks. The reality of the situation now with Pittsburgh, and if I'm Tomlin, I don't think it's that hard to look at that locker room and what do we have for the long term here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the Steelers have some really good players, but a lot of them are older. And
not about as old as Jeff.
They don't have a quarterback situation. The Commanders had the oldest roster in the NFL at about 28. The Steelers were just behind them at 27 and a quarter. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the biggest differences with Washington's roster, which was undoubtedly old, but it's a young quarterback. Pittsburgh is obviously Pittsburgh, and that job carries a lot of gravitas, mm-hmm. and the Steelers organizationally are probably an international brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, dude, of the jobs that are now available, you got 9 open jobs now, which is crazy.
Totally.
Is that Pittsburgh job that attractive?
It's attractive because of what Pittsburgh is, but comes with a lot of pressure, a lot of stress.
They're like 12th in salary cap money available. I'll check what their draft picks are. Like I know they gave up picks to go get DK Metcalf. They do have a ton of picks. So Pittsburgh has 5 top 100 picks: 21, 53, 76, 85, 99. They've got a lot of picks in this upcoming draft. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 picks in the upcoming draft. And a lot of those are high value picks. Mm-hmm. I feel like if I'm the Steelers, should that not be a full reboot where you're looking for a new GM too?
I don't know. And the thing about them, the difference with the Steelers is they don't make a lot of changes.
Right.
So we can't look at the Steelers like everybody else. I think the way we are today, we're always looking at change. They haven't been like that. Since 1969, this is the fourth coach that they would have had coming up.
That's crazy.
Okay? And I don't remember them changing general managers every other damn year either. They have a tendency of when they hire somebody, they feel like we're going for the long haul. You look at their coaches. Tomlin was hired at what, 34? 34. Cowher was hired at 34. Noah was hired at 37, 38. They like to get a younger guy who they feel is going to grow with them, and they support him until they don't.
By far, the wildest thing I read about Mike Tomlin, Adam Schefter tweeted this out. Tomlin was hired in January of 2007, 5 months before the iPhone was released. I mean, that is crazy. January of 2007, I think George W. Bush was still president. Like the world was. Social media did not exist.
What
Maybe
it shows
Facebook?
you, not only are they dedicated to their coaches, he was winning.
Right.
So you don't get that long by sucking.
Right.
I don't care how much the team supports a coach. If you're getting your ass kicked, they're going to get you out the building.
Like Zach Taylor, Cincinnati, Marvin Lewis prior to that.
Yeah.
The Bengals keep their coaches because they're not going to pay somebody not to work. That's not what Pittsburgh's doing. They're winning. They're good.
Yeah.
And Marvin, to his credit, that team was always pretty good. They lost in the playoffs, but they got to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe we should go through and rank the 9 jobs, kind of what is the most attractive. Because I think, to me, by a wide margin, it's Baltimore. Because you get to work with Lamar.
You got Lamar there.
You have a star player. You have a star quarterback, a 2-time MVP at quarterback. Now, maybe there's some hurdles to that also. Like, maybe you got to it seems like Lamar and Harbaugh got to the divorce stage. But maybe, generally, when people get divorced, it's on both of them. You know what I mean? So maybe that was Harbaugh. I don't know.
John fought for Lamar and supported Lamar tooth and nail. And I think we look at that deal, I don't think they ever had any strife. I think Lamar got to the point where he was sick of some of the coordinators that he had.
Sure.
Okay? And they were trying to find one. Like Roman was there, and he just got fired again.
When Monken got there, everybody's like, oh, my gosh, this is perfect. And then it was perfect till it wasn't.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know if John and
Lamar's also got to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if those two ever had a problem with each other.
It's maybe that could be an interesting exercise to run through all of the head coaching options that are out there and what rank them. What's best? Because we had Mike Florio on yesterday, and he talked about that Tennessee job. I can see that being pretty appealing. If you like Cam Ward, which I think
quarterback, new stadium, right?
Young quarterback, new stadium, yeah. Ton of cash, ton of picks.
Yeah.
And frankly, Nashville,
I love Nashville.
It's a great city, but it's also, you're not under intense scrutiny.
They care more about their country music than they care about scrutinizing you.
Right, exactly.
But the thing about it is, like, when you could get in that situation and you have the level like a Harbaugh, a Tomlin, you get to walk in there and dictate everything that goes on. And not many times a head coach has that opportunity to where I get to say, okay, let's go with this GM, somebody you may be cool with, you know how to work with. So you all are thinking on the same wavelength. Because when you look at it today, as much as coaches are scrutinized like hell, you got somebody else picking their grocery for them.
Totally.
All right, so you telling me you think this guy can play, then I get him on the field, and hell, he can't. And I'm told I have to develop him. But if the guy is like behind already, then what am I going to develop?
How about this? The Giants jet, Steve Tish's private jet, landed at BWI this morning. And Ian Rappaport just tweeted out, through today, the Giants are the only team that can hire a coach. I guess they've gone through all the protocols, all the rules, right? Today is the first, quotes, interview, but there have been countless conversations between Harbaugh and Giants brass. Mm-hmm. Rappaport is saying the following about Harbaugh's meeting with the Giants today. There is a chance he does not leave the building.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
They got cash.
Okay. Straight cash, homie.
You got to believe in that quarterback, but
yeah,
it's interesting.
Hey, by the end of the day, we may have some more breaking news.
It'll probably happen
at 2:05.
Yeah.